Hello, my name is Michael Levine, and I live in what used to be a drafty house in Middlesex. I didn't realize it was that drafty. I just figured it was the norm to keep the wood stove cranked when the winter winds howled and accept that cold feet were unavoidable. I'd been hearing about the idea of buttoning up the house, but never connected that it might make a difference in our 1980s modified cape. We had plenty of fiberglass insulation, and I added storm windows on the north side. But my wife, I am learning, is smarter than me about many things. She's also more sensitive to the cold, so we decided to make a small investment to see how our house measured up and whether we could do more to keep the warm air in and the cold air out. I set up a convenient time for EnergySmart's audit specialist to come over. He set up a fan that fits right inside a door opening and then cranked it up. Essentially, it recreates how air moves through your house on a really windy day. While it spun, he walked me around the house, starting with the basement, through the bedrooms, and up to the attic. It didn't take him long to identify where inside air was escaping through cracks and other small openings. As it exits, outside air comes streaming in. The colder and windier outside, the more heat is lost. He also used an infrared camera, pointing it at my walls and ceilings to reveal cold spots. These images showed us areas behind the walls and in the attic without poking holes into the sheetrock and wood. The cold spots showed up where inadequate insulation was adding to our heating bills. The whole site visit took about an hour and a half, including a lot of measurements. Within 2 weeks, we had his report with recommendations and estimates. Our house wasn't too bad off. Still, it was eye-opening to see that we were losing an awful lot of heat and didn't know it. Take our dining room ceiling, for instance. It turns out the gaps between the tongue and groove boards are perfect for leaking air right through the fiberglass above and through the roof. Meanwhile, we're putting more wood in the stove. Kind of crazy, huh? So did we jump on the recommendations? Not exactly. We still had a lot of questions, as you'll see in the next part of this story.